The lengths that I am willing to go to get a bargain on a book, no bounds. The weather today has been crazy. Even though we're in the middle of summer, it has been pouring down with rain all day. I got a small snapshot of what the weather was looking like. That wasn't even the worst of it today. I've been looking like a drowned rat for most of the day, but the thrift gods were shining on me. The books that I were finding today were just off the chart. I'm excited to show you what I got. And the first book that started off the haul essentially was Jennifer L. Armentrout's Fall of Ruin and Wrath. I found this one, I was just ducking into a quick little Vinnie's store just to see what was there, and I managed to find this, and I love when I find a first book in a series. So I paid $3 for this one. And this book, I swear, it's like they've just bought it brand new and then donated it. It's so good. The spine looks barely even touched. So I'm excited to see what this one is about. I haven't read much from Jennifer L. Armentrout. I actually think I've only read maybe one book from her. So I'm excited to see how this series goes. And yeah, when I got to the second one, the second op shop, I managed to also find The Primal of Blood and Bone. This book, I hope it's legit, but it kind of looks a little weird. Like the writing in it is absolutely teeny tiny. So I legit hope this is like a proper book and not some like fake copied book or something, because some of the writing in here looks really dodgy, but I don't know. We shall see. Hopefully this book's even out so that I know that I've got a decent book, but I bought it secondhand anyway. I wasn't buying it from like online or anything like that. So if it is not a legit book, I've lost $2. I'm not too mad about it, but yeah. This one I know is book 6 of a series, and I have seen some of this series floating around the op shop. So I've now committed myself to trying to buy the rest of them. And then maybe rebuy this one if I get to it and realize this is not actually a legit copy. But hopefully people aren't doing that, even though, you know, it's the kind of the world we live in. But yeah, otherwise it's just really tiny writing in this one. So I only paid $2 for that. I don't know if I said, but yeah, $2 for that one. And then after that, I had so much success. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hit up the rest of the op shops on my little travels. And so I went to the next one and managed to find one book at the next store. This one wasn't the first two that I looked at were Vinnie's stores, and I have a lot of success with Vinnie's, but this one was a different one, and I managed to find V.E. Schwab's A Darker Shade of Magic. So I found this book for $2. I have seen these around, but this one just looks brand new. Like the spine barely even touched, doesn't look cracked at all. The pages are still decently white, but yeah, this one just looked really good in condition. So I thought I would pick this up, and then if I like it or manage to find the rest of the series in my travels, I will pick them up. And then yeah, for $2, great buy. The next op shop I went to was I can't remember what actual store it was, but I had great success there. I did find one book that I've already read, and that is Light Lark by Alex Astor. So this one is like an indie published version, and it is $3, and it looks basically brand new. Again, it's got like cute little like page illustrations and stuff. There's just something about an indie book or indie published book that is just so much nicer, but the price tag on them, for me, $3. I haven't read the rest of the series though. So when I read this one, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't a priority read for me to get into the rest of them. And I think at that time, only the second book had been out. And so I just didn't pick up the second book straight away. And now it's been ages and they're up to book 4, and then there's 2 specialty books or something. So yeah, I picked this one up more as a trophy book than anything. And then if I see the rest, I will pick them up as I'm shopping. But yeah, $3 for that one. And then I got lucky and managed to find a first book in a series, and that is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I got this one for $3. This one is definitely a well-loved copy. A well-loved copy. I nearly said it again. My goodness. This is a well-loved copy. And it has got a little bit of annotation in it, but they only got up to... I hope you can't hear my dogs bark. They're not my dogs, but my neighbour's dogs barking. Maybe I'm talking too loud. But yeah, they've only annotated like this much of the book. So none of this, from what I can see, has any annotations in it. But I paid $3 for this one. I had a look around, but I couldn't find the second one. So, you know, at least if it's the first one and I read this and I enjoy it, it's the first of a series. So that's easy enough for me to pick up the next one if I want to. And same with the third book from this store that I saw. This is actually a second book, and I had a look around, but I couldn't find the first one. But this is, and I'm going to say this so wrong, and I apologize, S.A. Chakraborty, The Kingdom of Copper. I'm just going to allow you to zoom in on the author there, because can I read? I don't know, maybe. This one was a little bit, actually the most expensive book I got today, and it was $4. So this book is number 2, and the first one is called The City of Brass, but I didn't have any luck finding the first one. So whether it was not donated or it was already sold separately. But yeah, I picked this one up because I figured I have that many books on my shelves that I need to read that I've got a lot of time to look around for the first book and see if I can also find it secondhand. And she's chunky too, and the writing's quite small, like not too bad, but yeah, this is going to be a long book. So I'm happy to have found that one. And then the last one I found at this store, I've seen it floating around, but I don't really know what it is. I think it's like an urban fantasy, but I'm not sure. It is Law by Alexandra Bracken, and the cover on this is just stunning. I absolutely love it. So this one I got for $3. And so I'm just excited to see. I just picked this up. When I see things going around on social media, I tend to just pick them up and hope for the best. And that's what I did with this book. So for $3 though, I mean, that's the theme of anything I ever say. You know, it's so cheap, why not? And then at the next bookstore I went to, I found 2 books. Again, one is a sequel and I couldn't find the first book. And I actually asked them if they had anything out the back and they were like, no, there was nothing there. So I got for $3, There Is No Devil by Sophie Lark. I haven't read from Sophie Lark before, but I figure this one's such a short book that, you know, I can try and find the first one. The first one is There Are No Saints. And it's just a dark romance, I think. And it has artwork in it as well, but it does say it's explicit artwork. So if I can find any, I might be able to show you. But then again, depending on the content, I might not either. Yeah, definitely cannot show that. But yeah, I found this one. I couldn't find the first one, but again, I will keep an eye out and see if I can find the first one. And then the second book I found was To Hate Adam Connor by Ella Maisie or Maze. This one I paid $3 for, and I do have the first in this sort of interconnected series called To Love Jason Thorne. So I was excited to see this one as soon as I saw the side, because it's exactly the same. I don't think I've got it within reach. No, I'd have to stand up. But yeah, I have the first one in this particular sort of interconnected series. I cannot talk today. And I got this one for $3. So nice and cheap. And then the last op shop I went to, I got a mix of books, mostly romance because that is what I read predominantly. But I did pick up a YA, and this one is called Alice by Christina Henry. It has a $5 price tag on the front, but I only paid $3 for it. But this one is sort of like a dark Alice in Wonderland retelling, but it's also YA. So $3 for this one. It just sounded really intriguing. I think the story of Alice in Wonderland lends itself well to like a darker sort of gothic story. And I believe that that is what this sort of is. So I'm excited to see how that book goes. Plus again, it's a nice short book. So only 325 pages, but because it's YA, the writing is quite big and there's quite a lot of spaces in there. So yeah, if I like it, and I think this has a sequel to it, or at least like a spin-off sort of thing. At least 2 others, Red Queen and Looking Glass. So yeah, I will just maybe find it at the library or on Kindle. The next one, this one's like a Mills and Boons story or novel, and it's Nora Roberts' The McGregor Grooms. The reason I picked this one up is because years and years and years ago, I had this chunky book by Nora Roberts. It was, again, McGregor family story. So there were 3 books in one, and I absolutely loved it. It was so, I don't know, there was just something in it, and I think it's just Nora Roberts writing. I absolutely loved it. So this one was $3. I don't know if it's going to show because it's a bit shiny. But when I saw this and saw that it was the McGregor Grooms, I remembered like reading so vividly, actually, for a book that I read probably over 10 years ago, the stories in that book, and I loved them so much. So that was when I sort of first started reading romance, and I only sort of read contemporary. And yeah, I was so excited to see this. This is probably like the least exciting book for most people. But actually, you know what? It's great. If you've got a Nora Roberts book and it's got a McGregor in it, I would recommend it 100%. So I was so excited to pick this one up. I didn't even really look at what the back was, just to see that it was like, the first line says Daniel McGregor is at it again. And that's like the family matriarch. And yeah, I was like, yep, I'm picking that up. I don't even care. So I was so excited for that one. And I'm so happy to have that one in my collection now. I'm disappointed I got rid of the other one. I donated it, but it lives rent-free up here. I can tell you that for free. The next one I got is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I've seen this one floating around for a while now, and I was just excited to see it in the op shop. So it was $3 for this book. This one is a little bit damaged. I don't know if it's going to show up, but some of the pages are a little bit bent. So I'm going to try and straighten those out and then just weigh them down. But for the most part, it's fine. Like the book itself is fine. It's just got a few squished pages. And then the last book that I got is actually an Australian author. It is The Other Brother by Tierney Page. So this is her debut novel. And it is going to be part of the series. I believe the second one, if it's not already out, will be out very soon. And I know she's already writing or written the third one. So this one, again, I paid $3 for it. And this one's just been on my wish list because, you know, you want to support Aussie authors, even though technically I bought it secondhand, so I didn't really support her. But, you know, I'm getting word out if I like the book. Yeah, so I was excited to see this one. This was actually the first one I saw at the op shop, and then it kind of spiraled from there. So love that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 books in today's haul, and I paid $38. So to me, that's pretty darn good. So I'm happy with everything that I've got. And yeah, I just need to clean them up now and pop them on the shelves. But sorry about my neighbour's dog if you can hear it. It's, yeah, trying to communicate with us. Tell me to shush, probably. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. If you did, tell me down below if you have had any success like thrifting books, because some days it's just you don't get anything, and then days like today when I probably normally wouldn't be out shopping, I just have the best luck. So yeah, if you are new to thrifting secondhand books as well, just know that sometimes I could go months without finding anything, and then like today I can just have great success. So keep at it. There are definitely books being donated, that's for sure. I don't personally have as much luck with little free libraries, but they're definitely an option to check out as well. And then secondhand bookstores as well. Sometimes, obviously, because they are a retail space, they do need to price their books up a little bit more, but I have had great success with op shops. So I would definitely encourage you to check those out, even if you're looking for something that's quite a newer book. As you can see, they are out there. But yeah, thanks so much for sticking around, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Happy reading.